So let's start with a look back at last weekend first of all, and obviously at the business end of the season, it must be disappointing to have lost that game in the manner that we did.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. It's always disappointing to lose a Kent derby, especially with the history that the two clubs have got. I don't think it's just about the result. I think it's the manner in which we lost the game. I don't think we took the game to them enough. It was almost a bit of a nothing performance from ourselves, really, and it's disappointing for the boys and it's disappointing for us because we had another big crowd here and we were a little bit disappointing. But it's not the end of the world. We were resting a lot of players and trying to keep a lot of players fresh. So yeah, you've just got to pick yourselves up and take ourselves into the weekend.
Yeah, it was disappointing. I think there was a lot of. It felt a bit weird. This whole stadium during that match. And to be fair, the winning goal was quite good. So yeah, disappointing again, but we'll bounce back and go to the next game.
We didn't really get started, to be honest. It was a similar performance to the Sutton game, and went obviously a goal down. Whether it was a penalty or not, I still haven't seen it yet. I'll probably check the website later and have a look. But yeah, it's been a tough week or so, and the boys are disappointed. We're disappointed, and especially as it was two good attendances. The fans turned out in force, and we just couldn't get the results that we're looking for.
Yeah, I was disappointed, to be honest. We should be beating, no disrespect to Dartford, but where we are in the league, and obviously we've been doing well of late, other than against Sutton where we started poorly. We should be putting teams like that away, and yeah, I just felt we weren't at the races, to be honest.
It's disappointing to lose 2 games in a row on the spin, so it's sort of dented our hope to get second place, but hopefully we can pick up this weekend and get back on a run that we was on before the Sutton game.
I thought that we would have turned Dartford over, to be fair, seeing as we went there and we was a bit unlucky, I thought, at their ground. So obviously I don't think that was a goal, it was offside, the second one, but I think it was a bit of a, I don't think any team deserved to score really when we played here, but obviously they scored a decent goal and they nicked the win, so yeah, it was a bit disappointing.
When you look at the whole season overall, we haven't actually lost that many games to teams below us, so I suppose it's not great for the form table as such, but when you look at overall from the beginning of the season, you can't really complain. It's not often we've had a mishap where we've gone on a run of losing too many games in a row, but hopefully we can bounce back and get back to where we was.
What do you put that down to? I mean, obviously we've had a few injuries in a few key areas, without doubt. But do you think there's a chance of nerves will begin to set in with the pressure that's perhaps being put on with us being labelled as title contenders, or do you not buy into that one?
No, what I think that has happened is we're a very, very young side. Obviously, apart from myself and a few others, we are a very young side, and I think a lot of people hadn't really taken that into consideration. And getting towards the end of the season, it's taken a lot out of us. I mean, even myself, it is psychologically quite tiring, and we've dragged ourselves over the line quite a lot this season. And I think with Coyley coming out of the side, with Joe Healy not in the side, and then obviously we rested a few players. I think maybe it might have been a step too far, but you've got to think realistically. And I think after the game against Sutton that we lost, even though it's still mathematically possible to win the league, you've got to take the realistic decision in the fact that we've got playoff games to come, and you need your best players fresh and ready to go come sort of playoff time.
Yeah, it's one of them. I think the boys obviously realised that they couldn't win the league, and after the Sutton game, and obviously so almost like getting prepared for the playoffs. Obviously they're the most important, but we want to go into them games and to on the back of a few victories, and it didn't help. I've got to say, Saturday against Dartford, when we made 5 or 6 changes, the boys come in, and it was a little bit fragmented, I thought, the performance, and obviously we've got to think about what's ahead of us, and how many times you hear it that you don't look behind the last result. You can't change it now. We just got to look forward, obviously, for Saturday and try and prepare a team. Ones that we've got fit anyway, because there's a few walking around with knocks, so we need to have a look tonight and obviously Thursday leading into the game.
We need to sort of try and gain momentum going into the playoffs, but we haven't got to worry. This is football, anyone can beat anyone, and that's proved it throughout the season, so just got to get our heads down and get back on it really.
just take it, game by game, and we've just got to try and get the momentum going into the playoffs. I think that's the key thing for us. So it's all about just the performance, how we can, go into the game after the defeat we had and just lift ourselves back up, because we know that we're good enough. We've got a strong side here, strong squad. So we'll look at it, as game by game, just to try and get us that momentum going in. Like I said, bring ourselves back to how we have been. So we'll regroup and we'll train this week, and hopefully we can go again and go on another last 3 games with 3 wins into the playoffs and give us a good chance of that promotion.
Yeah, I mean, I've been in the playoff situation 2 or 3 times myself, and you do find that the teams that do really well in it go into it with some wins behind them, and the ones that are sort of riding off the back of those results, they tend to do well starting in the playoffs. But I think with ourselves, I think we just need to pick ourselves up. Think about the position that we're in. We've done ever so well to get there, and try and gain some confidence from that. And I think the players that are coming back into the side, I think that'll only boost us as well. So, I've got every faith of all the boys in there. I think going into the playoff games, we can we can expect some good performances.
Yeah, we want to win every game we play. If you turn up and you didn't want to win games of football, there would obviously be a problem with your attitude. But yeah, we still want to win. But yeah, it's just we're mainly looking at the playoffs now, and we need to get our focus back and make sure we start performing again.
In terms of this coming Saturday, it's Truro City away, a long trip to get down there, but a lot of people are saying this could be potentially the playoff semi-final, the 2-legged semi-final.
That's it. I mean,
are you thinking that way as well?
Yeah, it could be. I mean, you never know, do you? It's Truro are a decent team as they come here, and you showed they're quite big physical, and you never know in the playoffs, anything could happen. But it'd be nice to go there and obviously get 3 points and see what happens from there. But yeah, two legs away up there in a short amount of time is not what you really want, but that's how football works.
It's just another game, again, like I say, it's a long journey. I think a lot of fans are pre-booked, we've got to go there and put performance on for them fans who are travelling to the game. We've got to be professional about it and approach the game as if it's any other,
I haven't played them for this season, but I think so this game on Saturday is going to be a good test to see what level they have, how they are. So it's going to be an important game on Saturday. Obviously, we think about the playoff, we might maybe play them. So I think so on Saturday we're going to see each other what level they have, and obviously if we're better than them. So that's where we are. Yeah.
I mean, apart from looking at it as if to say, well, this could be the team we play in the playoffs. I mean, that's as far as I've thought about it myself personally. I don't know about a lot of the other boys, but I'm assuming they'll have the same mindset as me. It's just about getting down there, getting the 3 points and coming back. It's a little bit of an occasion for the boys getting to fly down and having that whole experience, and it's good to do. It's good for some of them to have that in their locker. But yeah, it is the case of just getting down there, playing the game, and coming away.
Yeah, like I said, you've got to take every game as it comes. When I went up with Dover, I don't really know how they managed to get in the playoffs, and we managed to win the playoffs. So, like I said, any game's a big game, and anyone can beat anyone. So, like I said, just got to win the next game. If we win every game now to the end of the season, we'll be promoted. So that's all we can try and do.
So hopefully
That's your birthday on Saturday?
It is, yeah.
So they could give you a good present and come back with 3 points on that play.
Hopefully the keeper just moves out of the way so I can just tap it in. Yeah.
You've got to not look at the game as such as it's going to be the playoff game, but you've got to sort of remember what they're about and what they're going to bring to in the playoffs. Obviously, playoffs is a completely different game. It's more like a cup game, and when you look at the cup runs we've had over the past few years, we're quite good when it comes to one match. Well, that's 2 legs, but one match at a time games. So I think once we've got Saturday out of the way, we can sort of prepare and sit down and look at what they're about and what they bring to the table.
In terms of your own time with the club, you obviously came just before Christmas. 3.5 months in now. How's that time been for you personally?
Yeah, no, it's been hard because obviously I've had to adjust to working, and then so I've been leaving 6 in the morning and getting home straight to training and getting home at 9:30 at night. So it's been tough in that aspect, but I'm really enjoying it and sort of relishing the opportunity. Just hoping that performances sort of come now as I slowly get used to it as such. Because because I found it a bit hard trying to adjust really.
Yeah, I mean it's good to get the experience. You know, it's another season in football. It's been different to what I've been used to. I found it up and down, difficult and that. But it's good to take these challenges, and I've enjoyed my time here. I've coached as well, which is I've been thankful for all this year, all this season, on a Wednesday, and helping to develop some of our young academy products. So I've definitely enjoyed that side of things, and then the football side of things, like I said before, it's been very different to what I've been used to in terms of part time. But getting to the swing of things, I think I started to get used to that towards the end, which is sometimes not good, but it's nice to find my feet again. And now it's just I've been in and out, but that's just the way football works, and you have to wait for your chance. But I'd definitely say it's been an eventful one, and I've enjoyed my time here for sure, definitely, and it's been a great club to be a part of.
From your own perspective, obviously been here quite a few months now. Is it you're still enjoying your time and with the players and the fans and all those people?
Yeah. Oh, players. Obviously, it's nice because players. Yeah, I think so. The result came, but how the group are, we just enjoy every time. Every time I come training, I'm happy. Can be with the Kafa or with the players. Every time I training, everything is good. So that's why the good result came as well. But the fans, we know already, like how I always say, fans there are beautiful, and I'm really want to come back and play against. There's going to be 2 weeks games at home.
Yeah, it's amazing really, especially the consistency of the fans that Maidstone get. I remember when I was at Lewis when I was younger, and I think they had like 50 home fans in the same league. So if you're looking at that now, it's ridiculous really. But I think that's credit to the club and the league really, that it's attracting so many fans down to the club. So fingers crossed we can repay their faith.
But you've been obviously involved with the club for several seasons now, and for the majority of that time, the expectation has been to go out there and win something. This season it was very much, you heard people say, oh, as long as we're right in the bottom three. Someone said top half would be nice. Others says, sneak into the playoffs on the last day. To be in the playoffs, be guaranteed of those, is surely a good thing and a successful season so far.
Yeah, I think this has been my first season back here that I haven't won a trophy. So when you look at it like that, it's different. But obviously, we all knew that we had a good chance of making playoffs. I think, obviously, a few of the fans thought we might struggle, but with the team that we had start of the season and the team we've got now, we was more than capable of dealing with most of the teams in this division. And we start the season, we changed the way we played from last year, which obviously took a bit of time to blend in. But now we've all got used to that and the way everyone's playing, we're quite comfortable at this level. So hopefully we can either push on or next year have a go at winning.
I think that if you would have asked anyone at the beginning of the season how will Maidstone do, I don't think they would have said they'd been in the playoffs, no way. But I think as the season's gone on, we've got better as the season's gone on, apart from a little blip we've had in the last 4 or 5 games. But you take playoffs any day, especially when you're playing in the Conference South. And like me, I've never experienced a Conference South, so it's a good thing to be, and playing the playoffs. It's so far late into the season, so yeah.
And from your own personal perspective, are you ready to go for those playoff matches?
Yeah, I feel good. This is probably the best I've felt since I got injured. So I'm not back to the weight I should be, but that'll take a while. And with the summer coming up, it'll help. Obviously, I started pre-season early last year, so I might speak to Smudge to see what happens this year. But obviously, I still haven't had a pre-season as such as the other boys have. So I'm a bit behind everyone else. But I feel good at the moment. So I was quite sharp, which is the best thing. So.